Hi.
Um, I'm Denise. I'm a UWM student, and from the architecture department, we're just coming to Valit Street and trying to find how the Hmong culture and the American culture and like how all of that comes together. So, um, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Zongsae. My last name Vang, V-A-N-G. And nice meeting you. Welcome to Hmong American Friendship Association.
Thank you. Um, okay, so where were you born?
I was born in Laos, in the Siang Quang province, and was in 1966.
When did you come to America?
I came here in 88 when I was 22.
Oh, okay. I came here when I was 7. um, so how was your journey from over there to here?
Wow, it's because I have two uh, I have to move. I have to escape from Laos to Thailand
Mm-hmm.
as refugee. That it's very critical. It's uncertain. Um, you either survive or you die, because you can be die from starving or getting lost or get killed by the communist soldiers or get killed by anyone who see you, or you can get sick because we take about 9.5 days just go through the jungle before we get to Thailand. So that's very critical. We are lucky that no one in my group died during that journey, but on the way to Thailand, we saw two people who got killed and was dead for about, I would say, about 3 or 4 days before we get there. So it's very critical. I live in Thailand for 7 years, for 6.5 years, and that's also a very bad situation because refugee is so crowded, and you don't have enough food, you don't have enough medicine. A lot of people just die from common fever because we don't have treatment for it. To When it comes to the United States, again, it's uncertain because we don't know how it was gonna be like, and we don't know. It, it's like you move from one life to another life. You move from the jungle to the city, and you move from using your feet and the horse to use car and airplane. So that's very, very different. I was lucky that I do speak a little English before I come to the United States. But for many people who doesn't speak any English or never go to the city before they come here, it's very, very struggle for them. I remember when I get here, and for 2 months I got a job in the restaurant in Brookfield, and I call them and they say, "Oh, you'll get here in about 20 minutes." I go, I drive for 20 minutes just to make $4.50 an hour, and it seems very far. It seems very far. Back in Laos or Thailand, you just walk to work. Now you have to drive for 20 minutes. It's very far. So it's very different.
Where did you learn English?
I learned in the camp. In the camp, they have a private school or a public school that they teach English, and but I learned from private school that we have to pay like 10. We call 10 bahts per month, so about maybe close to $1 per month.
So how'd you find out about this organization?
When I came here, the Hmong community is still very small, and everybody know everybody. So Hmong American Friendship and Lao Family Center is the only two organizations that help to promote the better living for the Hmong community. So I know them since I get here.
So what does Hafa have to offer to the Hmong community?
Hafa do a lot of things. We, for the program, we say we have about 6 or 7 different programs, but that only the program. We serve anything, anybody. For example, we especially those who don't speak English or they don't read, we help them from calling for the electric bill to taking them to the court for the court case, helping them from their marriage to the divorce, helping them from ESL to get a job. So a lot of things that we do. But the program that we serve here, it's a domestic violence program, the youth program, housing program, the senior program. I think right now, or job placement too.
So would you say that Hafa's like really family based kind of?
Yes, it's because Hmong, for the Hmong community, like I joke to my kids, sometimes when they come home, they say, "Oh, Dad, I have a Hmong friend." I go, "No, Hmong got no friend. Hmong only relative. You probably meet another relative, but it's not friend." So we are family.
That's really nice. So when you said you would go to like court, would you sit with them and like translate for them?
We used to do that until about 2 years ago, that they require somebody who's certified to the interpretation. But we still help them, take them to court to make sure they are on time, make sure they have enough document that they need, make sure they prepare for the case, make sure that they know exactly what, even we don't interpret, we take notes. So after the case, we make sure that the clients understand exactly what's happening, because the sometimes translation get lost, or terminology, or the concept that they don't understand. So we have to make sure that they know exactly what it is.
We saw in the front that you guys have a lot of awards and stuff. Which award are you most proud of?
I think anyone it's better than nothing. So it's good that we get them. So like I said, any award it's something.
So, do you know how long this building has been here?
That I don't know. The the board and my executive director told me that this building was Senator Huckold's the very first grocery store. So I don't know how long ago, but his very first grocery store.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's probably why the elevator's there. So.
Maybe yes.
So you said that Hafa was here when you came.
Yep, they are already here. They are not here. They are established, but they are stationed in St. Michael Church at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we saw the beginning, or like the front of the building is like mostly a museum. Would you relate to anything out there?
Almost everything. Like I said, I remember when I was about 3 or 4 years old that we still use table, the wood spoon or wood or bamboo spoon. That we don't have the aluminum spoon yet. We use bamboo spoon. We use bamboo for bamboo pipe for cooking, especially when we go the hunting or we go to the woods. That we just cut bamboo and use it as pot to cook. We use bamboo for bowl to eat, and the elderly still make bowl from wood. And my first shoes is made from wood, and they use the because back in Laos, the tire for a car that's inside that they have a black plastic or black rubber, and then that we cut to make the string for the shoes. And I remember my aunt, my grandma, my mom, everybody when they go to the farm, they go farming. And when they go or when they come, they always make clothes or make cloth with those things that you see, the helm, they call helm over there. And they make everything by themselves. And so, and the scale that they use to weigh things, that you see the Hmong gun, the very old gun there. I see everything. The traps. So everything relate to me. The war, especially the war that I was born during the Vietnam War, and was one thing because we have to move place to place. At the first time we start to move, when I was very, very young, I remember they carry me on the back for a while. Then I walk for a while, and they carry me again. And one thing I wish for is, I wish that the country got peace so that I can sleep. I can have enough sleep, because I hate to get up at middle of the night and say, we got to go, So one thing I wish for is that we got peace so I can have enough sleep every night. Yeah, everything relate to me.
How do you think that the community brings in the culture from Thailand and Laos into Hafa or into this community?
I think for the Hmong people come to this community, especially for this neighborhood, it's very good. I remember my first came to the United States. I live in the South Side, but a lot of my friends live in around this area. And when we came here, it was very this area was very very bad condition. That a lot of the we call the at that time was the $1 house. A lot of Hmong people own their home around this area is the $1 home. So they remodel it, they and they move in. So now a lot of Hmong family who start with the $1 house, right now they became landlord. That some of them have 40, 50 properties around this neighborhood. So and it seems like they're taking care of the property very well.
So the Hmong culture is brought in, like when we visited some houses, and we saw that you guys and the houses that we visited tried to bring in nature into the house, and like we saw in the back there's murals and stuff. How would you think that that relates to the culture?
You know, we, like I said, I would say almost 90% of the Hmong people come from Laos, come from the jungle. And nature is, it's their habitat. And not only the habitat, but it's something that bring joy for them. They like to see something that grow in their own eyes. They like to see something grow. Sometimes someone asks me, why Hmong people have so many kids? I say, because they like to see things grow in their own eyes. You know, so I like, even me, I have vegetable or vegetable plants or flower, and every morning I go seed, and they get bigger and bigger every morning. It's beautiful. Someone, because they don't have a car, so they have to ask somebody to take them to the grocery. So it's easy for them to plant their food around the house. And almost everything that we eat, we put some kind of herb into it. So a lot of people plant something that you never see before, but that's just some kind of ingredient that they put in their food.
You have your own garden?
Yes.
What are some things that you grow in?
I like eat spicy food, so a lot of my plant is pepper. Yeah.
How do you think that the American culture and the Hmong culture come together?
It's a slowly. If I compare to right now, a lot of the Hmong culture we call Hmong American culture. If we compare our culture here to the people who still live in Laos about our age, then our culture are different. For example, 2 years ago, I just went back to Laos. That I see a lot of my cousins who we grew up together. They still think that the rich will be richer and the poor will stay poor. The smart one will become, or the leader, they will be leader for generation after generation, and the farmer just stay farming. They don't have the idea that opportunity is there. So culture shift, I don't say the change, but the shift, like slowly shift to something that you don't realize, but when you see something that, oh, that's the original one, then you feel that yours shift for certain distance.
How would you think the homes in Thailand and Laos function differently than here?
You mean family, or you mean home?
Like like the houses, like how the houses are shaped and stuff?
Oh, um, depends. In the city, pretty much like this. Um, but over there, it's every day. It's almost 100-degree almost every day, every month, throughout the whole year. So their house, they got to make sure that it's uh, even you don't have air conditioning, or even you don't have uh, heating or air conditioning, it's okay for you to stay there. But in here, it's like conceal that you have to depend on air conditioning or um, heating. So in the city, pretty much the same. But a lot of people who live on the rural or a small town or a village, that they still have they still build their house with handmade. They still have bamboo, hay for shingles, all those things, and they don't have. You don't see a restroom. They just go to the the woods. So
The kitchens over there, do you guys usually cook outside over there?
no, like I said, if you live in the rural in the village, then a lot of people just cook inside their home. And one good thing about that is that the when they cook and they burn woods, then it help to protect the house to get it help to hold or to durate uh, the hay. But for people who live in the city, yes, they have a kitchen. Everyone have a kitchen, and a lot of time you'll see they have kitchen here and bathroom outside that they use like concrete block, and they make a room like 6 or 7. I would say about 7 feet. Then they take a shower in there, and the restroom is gonna be a little further from the house. So
That's how my grandma says.
yeah.
How do your kids like to engage in the Hmong community?
Oh wow. For my kids, because we live in a neighborhood that not many Hmong family in the only, I would say around my neighborhood it's about 2 or 3 families, and a lot of them have Caucasian friends. They don't have Hmong friends, so they only see their cousins when we go to the house, or they come to Hafa here, or sometimes we take them to event like New Year or soccer tournament. But a lot of them like to have American friends.
How many kids do you
I
have?
have 5.
Wow. What are their names?
The first one, Kabao, it's my daughter, Kabao Vang. The second one is Tuli Vang, and then Tujer, and then Tufu, and then Kalia. We call her Kayla.
Could you spell like the first 2 names?
Tuli is Touly, and then Tujer Touger, and Tofu is Toufue, and Kalia is Kalia.
How old are they?
Kabao is 23. She's going to medical college this year. Tuli is 21. He's a supervisor at the Quick Trip gas station. He doesn't like to go to school. So Tujer is MATC. He's 19. Tofu is almost 14. He'll be in high school this year. And Kayla is 12. She's in 7th grade next year.
Did you meet your wife here?
Yes. Yes. I met her at in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Yeah. I don't know. I never stopped in Eau Claire. I like to go to Warsaw, Green Bay, and the Fox Valley because I have friends right there. But Eau Claire, I just go to Minnesota and came straight. I never stopped. But one day, I have a friend who went to college in UW Stout. So he went to church sometime with my wife and the church. So he knows them. And during the summer time, he go, "Oh, if you don't mind, we go to Eau Claire just to visit friends." I went down and I met her. Mm-hmm.
In this building, when was the kitchen like that when you came?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you guys add cabinets to it?
I don't know. It's been there since I came here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like
I think they already because when I came here, they already remodeled everything. So, but the garden, it used to be a old house right in the garden that we demo, and we use the Hmong landscaper and the community to come volunteer their time to make that.
when you came here, did you go to school or did you just?
Yes, I came here. I went to MATC for my GED, and then I went to MATC for my 2-year degree, and then I went to Lakeland for my bachelor's degree.
What'd you major in?
I have a double major, one for administration and one for marketing.
Wow, that's really good.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we didn't discuss?
I would say learning Hmong culture is boring, but but it's good to know. If you know some words, it would be fun. For me, I came from. I am a person who speak 4 languages, and I am Hmong, but I study Laos, Thai, and then English before I learned to read Hmong. So I already know all those things. It's fun to know others' culture. I would say that, like I said, if you don't know that person, you are skeptical. You don't know if he'll be good or bad. But if you know them, they better, then you start to have confidence. Same thing. A lot of time you hear about Hmong culture, you read in the internet or you read or you hear from the news and you say, oh, this is bad. But if you really go to detail, then you understand why. You know, I would say, like I told my wife that it's like a string that you make, you tie, so many tie in there. So each spot that you tie the string it means something. So you have to understand why. And learning others' culture, it's beautiful. Yeah, to know, not only to know the culture, but to know why that group of people do what they do and believe what they believe. So
What do you like most about your culture?
I would say one thing about Hmong culture is that, you know, the clan and the word Hmong is very not just Hmong, but it's very meaningful. For example, if I go to Thailand, I know nobody, and I just say, not only Thailand, but for example, I live in the United States. I go to North Carolina, I know nobody there, but I open the yellow page, and I see a phone number that is belong to a Hmong family. I call them. They let me stay there for overnight or 2-3 days without knowing them, especially if they have same last name. A lot of time, for example, if family with your last name from California and they have the son come to Wisconsin and get married, they just let you take care of them like your son. That's beautiful. No other culture can do that.
Like you said, it's like
Yeah.
family.
Or, for example, if Vang, I am Vang, right? So, for example, if a Vang family in California, their daughter married in Wisconsin, and when they have some problem, family problem, she just come to me like I'm her uncle. I just help her like she's my daughter or she's my niece. And that's beautiful. Even I never know them. That's
Has this
beautiful.
happened to you before?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think that actually connect you guys?
Because we believe that when we are same clan, we came from same ancestor. So we are brother and sister.
If you had the option to live here or to go back to overseas, and it was peaceful over there, which one would you choose?
Well, I think right now I can go back. I can go back to Laos or Thailand. I can go as American citizen, just go visit or stay there, or I can just forfeit my citizenship here and go back and take my Laos citizenship again and live there as Laos citizen. But in here it's better. Why I say it's better because we have better medical care, especially for the older people. Better food, better environment. You probably go there for fun, but in here is better. I would choose to stay here.
Well, it was really nice talking to you.
Nice meeting you too. Nice talking to you. Any other question?
No, I think we have everything.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks a
thank
lot.
you.
Mhm.